The lost city of Benin, the African city greater than the Great Wall of China. The forest was silent that morning. Only the faint cry of a horn echoed across the red earth, rolling through the mist like a whisper from another time. Beneath that silence lay something colossal: buried walls, forgotten palaces, and the memory of a city that once defied the world. They say if you walk the lands of Edo at dawn, you can still feel the heartbeat of a vanished empire, the lost city of Benin. Long before the world heard of London or Paris, before the first brick of Europe's castles was ever laid, there was a kingdom in the heart of West Africa that glowed like gold under the sun. Its roads were straight and endless, its walls so long they circled the earth like a giant's arm. At its heart stood a throne, carved from ivory and guarded by warriors whose bronze helmets shimmered with pride. Upon that throne sat a ruler whose word could move armies and silence storms, the Oba of Benin. But greatness was not born overnight. It began in whispers, small villages bound by blood and courage. The people called themselves the Edo. They were builders, artists, dreamers. Centuries before the arrival of Europeans, they raised earth with their bare hands, shaping moats and ramparts that would one day become the longest earthworks ever built by man, longer even than the Great Wall of China. As the sun rose each day, thousands of workers dug, lifted, and carried red clay, singing songs of destiny. The moats grew deeper, the walls grew higher, villages became cities, and cities merged into one. Benin, the spirit of creation, burned brightest under one man, Oba Ewar the Great. Legends say he could command the wind and speak with the ancestors. But his true power lay in vision. He dreamed of a city that would never fade, a city so perfect it would make the world bow in awe. Under his reign, Benin City came alive. Broad streets stretched as far as the eyes could see, so straight that travelers swore they were carved by spirits. Palaces lined the roads, towering red earth structures with bronze pillars and intricate carvings that told stories of kings, battles, and gods. At night, the torches lit the city like fireflies, scattered across the earth. The walls gleamed in the moonlight, massive and unending. Some said they could walk for days and never find their end. Then came the visitors. In 1485, strange ships with white sails touched the shores of the kingdom. Out stepped the Portuguese, explorers in armor, their faces pale and curious. They expected chaos and savagery. What they found left them speechless. Benin was not just a city, it was an empire of order and art. The Portuguese wrote home in astonishment. The streets are straight, the houses neat, and the city greater than any in Europe. Trade began, ivory, pepper, and art for guns and silk. But in Benin, trade was done with dignity. The Oba treated foreign kings as equals. His letters were signed from one sovereign to another. Still, not all visitors came with peace in their hearts. Centuries passed, and greed grew in the hearts of men across the sea. In 1897, the British Empire turned its gaze upon Benin. They wanted control, trade, and treasures, the bronzes, the sacred sculptures that carried the souls of kings. When British officials demanded entry into the sacred city, the Oba refused. Benin's customs were not to be violated, but the refusal was seen as defiance. So the British came with fire. Thousands of soldiers marched toward Benin under a flag of vengeance. The city that had stood for 1,000 years met them with courage, but spears and faith could not withstand guns and cannon fire. The great walls that had held for centuries trembled. Flames swallowed the city. The sky turned black with smoke. Statues melted. Palaces fell. The Oba's throne was seized, and the bronzes, the sacred bronzes that told the story of a people, were looted and shipped across the sea. By the time the smoke cleared, Benin City was gone. 1,000 years of genius erased in a single day. Beneath the soil, the ancient walls still breathe. Beneath modern Benin City, the moats remain. sleeping like silent giants. The descendants of the Ido still dance, still carve bronze, still call upon the spirit of their ancestors. The Oba's line continues, the royal blood unbroken, and across the world, voices rise, demanding the return of what was stolen. The bronzes still shine in glass museums in London and Berlin, but they do not belong there. Their spirit belongs home, where they were born, where the drums of Benin still echo. Because walls may crumble, cities may burn, but the soul of a people can never be destroyed. And so the lost city of Benin is not truly lost. It lives in every beat of the Edo heart, in every spark of African pride, and in every whisper that rises from the red earth, reminding the world that once in the heart of Africa there stood a city greater than empires, the city of Benin.